Hello traders, welcome to Trade Forex with Gabe, and this is the weekly Forex Forecast. We will be looking at market setup and trading occasions and economic outlook for the week for August the 14th through to August 18th. I want to believe you all had fantastic trading week last week. Most of the pairs we looked at all panned out fantastically well. So we will be looking at those setups again because some of those pairs are also reappearing as the best setups for the week. So let's get started by looking at the economic calendar for the week ahead. And as always, we'd like to start with the highest impact news for the week. Starting off with Australian dollar, we look to see monetary policy meeting minutes, which I don't believe will have any strong impact there. Next is the claimant count change of affecting GBP on Tuesday. And I would like us to take note of this news. The CPI data, last week we had CPI data on the United States dollar, and you saw how it affected the dollar. So this week, I will be careful to trade also Canadian pairs, although we have some setups on Canadian dollar. So we will look at how those setups are looking to play for the week. Again, we have core retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index, retail sales all affecting USD on Tuesday. But one of the highest impact news for the week is the official cash raise or the monetary policy statement by the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, which will be coming out on Wednesday. So this is more like the interest rate decision around NZD. We'll have CPI data year in year for GBP, FOMC minutes on USD, and then on Thursday, we'll close with unemployment rate on Australian dollar. So Wednesday is one of the highest impact news. So we will like to be careful on trading USD, and I also like you to be careful trading Canadian pairs, okay? But we will see exactly how the setups are looking on these pairs. Let's look at the next one, which is looking at the currency strength outlook for these pairs for the week. Swiss franc is still coming out strongest for the week. We have USD, yes, coming up strong again, and Euro and Great Britain pound. We saw Japanese yen losing more strength for the week. NZD also losing more strength. And Australian dollar, anyway, we won't make much sense of this unless we are comparing it with the previous week. So let's look at it head on. So starting up with Swiss franc, so we see Swiss franc still gaining more strength from last week, where it had a score of 3.2. This week is scoring 3.5, gaining in strength. We see Euro also gaining in strength from 1.2 to 1.4. We see United States dollar from 1.2 to 1.8. We see the Great Britain pound moving from 0.7 to 1.3. So these are my best long pairs going into the week. So pairing them up with weaker pairs will present us with the best setups for the week. So let's look at Canadian dollar moving from 1.3 to 1.0. So you see it's gaining some strength here. So this is also indicating for us those CPI data we're expecting on Tuesday. So this is to be careful on Canadian dollar. You can see that it's not losing strength, but rather gaining strength from 1.3 to 1.0. So we have to put that into cognizance as we trade. We see NZD moving from negative 1.7 to negative 2.6, coming out top on my list to trade, except we have high impact news on the RBA, Reserve Bank of New Zealand, which will be coming up. Again, Japanese yen scoring -2, now down to negative 3.9. Good pair to trade. And Australian dollar also negative 2.4 to now negative 2.2. So you can see the move to the floor is gaining some strength, although still on the negative side. So these are all commodity pairs, Canadian dollar, and we also have this projection that oil will also be gaining some strength. So Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, these are pairs that may gain strength in the week. So let's be careful of certain retracements we could find, when we pair them up with these pairs. But no worries. I will be looking at those setups, giving you the levels, and we will look to trade them as they play during the week. So let's look at the best pairs for the week. And starting with Euro pairs, I like Euro AUD. I'm looking to go long on it. Euro NZD, going long on it. Don't forget, we have interest rate decision on it. Euro JPY, looking to go long. Euro NZD, looking to go long on it. GBP AUD, I'm looking to go long also. Then GBP JPY, looking to go long. Swiss pairs, I like Swiss pairs also, but just two pairs on Swiss pairs I would like to trade for the week. And that's Australian dollar, Swiss franc to the downside, New Zealand Swiss franc to the downside. And on USD pairs, I like about 4 of them. And that's AUD USD to the downside, NZD USD to the downside. Don't forget the interest rate there. USD JPY to the long side, USD CAD to the long side. So these are the pairs, lots of opportunities out there for going into the week. So I would advise you use your correlation analysis, that is to select pairs that are not closely correlated to trade. So it doesn't mean you should go in, out, and trade every pair you see here, okay? So let's look at what the charts are saying in details as we begin the analysis. Starting off with Euro AUD, and last week was a fantastic week for this pair. All the, it gave us fantastic results. With time on this program, on this channel, I will be sharing some of my details, some of the accounts I trade, yes, because I have a little projects for my students, those I'm mentoring, to showcase to them that it is possible to be a long-term profitable trader. So, well, before then, I think I'll dedicate another recording for that. Anyway, let's continue on this. So last week was a fantastic week. We had we projected the price to smash through all these levels, and we got the first level and just missed the second level by a few pips. So I will be taking those out. Let me delete this. So going into the week, okay, so if you see that, let's look at it maybe on the H1 chart. Price really took out all of our target, but we missed this target just by a few pips, yes, just little pips, I think, just by 6 pips. All right, so going into the week, I will expect price to smash through this, and the next week, our next week's target will be towards the 1.6974 level. So this will be it. So the next week starts here, and we're looking to go long towards our next target. Now, there is room for some form of retracement correction. So you could expect that to come here before smashing this, but all the same, if you want to enter after this level has been broken, then that's also fine. And our next target is towards the 1.6974 level. Next on my list is Euro NZD. Euro NZD last week was also fantastic. Now we had this, look at that. This was our target. We targeted to take out this level, and that happened. So this was last week, all of last week. So we projected price to take out this high, and as soon as price breaks this high, we should expect the next level to take out was the 1.82160. So we had that nice rally. Of course, clients could have panicked when we had this retracement, but if you followed our this analysis, I don't think you had any cause to panic because we put all of this, factored all of this into our play for the week. So this was taken out. Let's take it out and look forward to some correction because this rally was really strong. So we expect to see some level of retracement before we begin to see new rallies into 1.8474 levels. So you can pull out your fib levels and try to get those retracement levels, possible retracement levels, maybe at the 50 fib level, max 61 level. The prices are all there. So after the break from here, you can target your profit targets. This getting 145 pips for the week won't be bad, but you can increase your risk to reward ratio when you will see those corrections into the 50 or 61.8 fib levels. Next pair is Euro JPY. Euro JPY, we've not traded this pair for a while, but we've been waiting for this kind of setup. So we finally had that setup. You know, Euro JPY has been pretty much choppy, going nowhere after the break from this channel. So I've been watching it, and this week seems to be that week I will be going in on it. So look at that. Let me take it down. This is on daily chart. So on H4 chart, we already see the break from these levels, from these key levels. So any retracement into the Fibonacci levels of 38.250 level or 61.8, because this rally was really unprecedented last week. You can see how many pips did we score? Over 361 pips. So no doubt we should have that some level of correction into this level. Possibly this could be textbook retracement where previous retracement is now going to turn to new support levels. And I've given you those levels, the 50 level, 50 Fibonacci level or 38.2 Fib levels. Anything from there, start looking to go long. And our next rally is towards 161.61 level. Now, these are all fantastic levels that we have looked into, and you will do well to, you know, plan your risk management around those levels. So stop loss could be here. All right, that's the last low after the break from this. So you could plan your risk management to get a stop loss around this level. All right, so that's starting with Euro pairs. Let's move on to Great Britain pound pairs, and we'll start with GBP AUD. So GBP AUD, where is it? Let me get it out here. So we have GBP AUD. Now this, let me see. Yeah, GBP AUD, we traded this also last week, yes? And we made it to our key level right here. So this gave us 171 pips. We're still pushing higher. Our target is for price to retest the upper boundary of this channel. And we stopped trading exactly at that key level we gave from last week. So any break above this level, we'll see price rally to the next key level, which is 1.97300. So this is another interesting pair for me. I really like this pair. We've been trading this pair. If you recall, when we took that trade from here, made a rally, took out the last high, and now we also made it to the next high. The next high we're expecting is 1.9730 level. Okay. What's the next? GBP NZD. Don't forget we have interest rate decision around NZD. This was a fantastic trade again from last week. Okay, we took out all the key levels. Here we started. Don't forget we've been looking at this choppy trade, and we said once price begins to break above these levels, we will see those momentum rally. And here it is. Fantastic trade. So if you waited last week, I gave you those levels. Starting the week, of course, this blue vertical line was the start of the week. I told you, wait for the break above this level. Look at that, fantastic breakout. We had the pullback, just textbook, textbook trading, you know, previous resistance now turning to support. And we began to see that push. We saw the flag and made the final push up. So this is unprecedented, fantastic rally, over 271 pips. So we took out all the levels, all the profit target levels for last week. So I'm taking them all out now. And we will be looking to trade, get some retracement into this key level before looking for new rally up. Okay, so next key targets will be 2.1450 level. Okay, so traders, you can see the bigger picture when you go to H4 or you look at the daily chart, but I'll prefer to work with the H4 time frame on this case, because now we're seeing that we have a breakout, fantastic breakout from the channel pattern, and profit target is already given, 2.1450. A break above that, we will look to go even higher, at least 50 pips higher, 2.1514 level. That's Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar. Next on the list is GBP JPY, and this particular trade, of course, JPY is really weak. I've not traded this for a while. Okay, but if you look at it from the bigger picture, we have that break from this channel. So it's very similar to Euro JPY. So for a while we've not traded this particular pair because it was going nowhere. But right now we're beginning to see that is gaining traction. Look at the breakout. Look at that momentum breakout from this level. And it's we have this consolidation going nowhere, but right now we're beginning to see that potentially price is set to rally even higher. But I'm going to be very conservative on this pair, and my first profit target on this will be 186.00 level. So I can give you all of that. So this is potentially a rally of 194, and if we see a break above here, then we will push up to 187.33. So this is my outlook for GBP pairs. We've done Euro, we've looked at GBP. Now let's move on to Swiss franc pairs, and we saw that there were just two pairs from those from what I've worked out already, and the first is Australian dollar Swiss franc. Australian dollar Swiss franc, I think it's here. Yeah, there you are. So Australian dollar Swiss franc, yes, I remember this pair. We traded it last week. Fantastic pair from last week. This vertical line you see here is all of the trading activity where trading started from last week. And we're looking to go short on this. You see, we didn't achieve all of our profit target, but pretty much price went in our direction. Now look at this. Let's take it to H1. On H1, we started the week here. We had that retracement here, and it was a good place to go short. We gave you all of those levels from last week, which is here. All right, price could to find that resistance at that point. So that happened. Again, we had a pull up and price breaking below this channel. So we're beginning, we're now seeing that sell-off. Okay, but I recall from the economic calendar, we are having CPI data commodity pair on the Canadian dollar, which could also effectively affect Australian dollar. Okay, so into the week, I'm still looking to go short on this. We have a profit target for this particular pattern. So I believe I'm looking to short this pair again into the week towards 0.5662 level. All right. So this is my outlook for Australian dollar Swiss franc. I like the setup. I like the structure of this trade, and profit targets are not met yet. So I believe this week could be that week, or we could see some new correction to the high upper boundary of this channel before making a descent. So plan your trades around that. I will be taking less exposure on this trade into the week because of the CPI data, which will be affecting Canadian dollar. Next is NZD Swiss franc. NZD Swiss franc, all of the targets for the week was taken. Remember, if you traded with us last week was fantastic week, I tell you guys. So if you traded with us last week, so we projected all of these levels and they were all taken out. Now, going into the new week, I expect price to also sell off, but not without giving us some level of correction. So we could see that level. Let me try to give you some levels to expect this correction. And if we begin to see a break from last week's low, then we can start selling off towards our new target. But if last week's low was not taken out, let me mark exactly the low of last week here, so which is 5238 level. So this is it. So we could begin to see some retracement into 3850 or 61 level before that sell-off will continue. So that will give you a very good risk to reward ratio. But then don't forget, this is NZD, an interest rate decision. So this pair may not move as much before the day of the news. So let's jump right in on USD pairs, which is the last pair we're considering for the week. The week is really loaded. And we're starting with Australian dollar, United States dollar. Sorry, I've already left that part. Okay, so here it is. And we traded this also last week. Now, some of my clients were really panicked when we had this retracement, but then this is textbook, really, really textbook. So the week started here. Let me mark it for you. We had that week started here. We had the massive sell-off. Then we saw the push back, I think, from CPI data, all right, before the dollar began to gain strength again, and that sell-off continues. So into the week, I'm looking for us to take out our profit targets. Now, don't forget, we've been looking at this trade for some time. Now, we saw something that looks like a double top here. Look at this on the daily chart, okay? On the daily chart, we had the double top. We see the break from the neckline. We see the retest of the neckline. I hope you can see it. After the break, the retest. So now I believe we should push to break the last low of this pair, which is here, and I've given you the level, which is 0.6456. So on the interim, first key level we're looking to take out, although it's not much, yes, it's not much, just about 37 pips. So once we break that level, then I will be looking to sell off even further towards 0.6388 level. All right. Okay, that's it. So let's look at the next pair, which is NZD-USD. NZD-USD, NZD-USD, there you are. Now, this is another interesting pair, but of course, don't forget we have interest rate decision. This week, we also traded this last week, yes. So we gave the levels price. When price retraced to this level, I told everyone, don't worry, we have key levels price is not supposed to break above, and price respected that level, took out all of our profit targets. Look at it, we gave this level that we believe price should take out the last low. Once this is done, the next low should be taken out, and we saw price took out everything. All right, created even a new low. Can you see this? This is a new low below this low. So I'm optimistic that we will continue to see more sell-off towards the 0.5900 level. So this is nice setup, although you have to plan this trade around the interest rate decision on New Zealand. Okay. USD Canadian dollar, USD card. Let's go to USD pairs. USD card is another interesting pair, but we have CPI data coming out on Tuesday on Canadian dollar. So for me, I'm seeing an inverse double bottom here. All right. Okay, that's double bottom, nothing like inverse. All right, so let's look at this. So this is a double bottom pattern on the daily chart. We see this channel really panning out as it should be. So next leg is for price to retest the upper boundary. Already we have some price structure, price pattern showing us that this lower boundary of the channel is done or is due. Okay, so something like this. So if this is true, if this is going to hold true, then now we're seeing that consolidation. So we saw a new high, saw a new higher low, but now we're seeing a new lower high. So this is more of a consolidation. So I will expect to see price retest here before giving us that push, that breakout, okay, to the upside. So this is a fantastic trade setup for me, and I'm looking to go long on it. The price target, I didn't give the levels here. The level is to take out the last high, which is 1.3652 level. This may not happen in one sweep, all right? It may not happen in one sweep. That's about 210 pips. But look at this. Once we see a break, price begins to break this structure, then we're good to go to the next key level of 1.3652 level. And last but not the least on this on our analysis for today is USD JPY. I've not traded this pair for a while, just there looking at it, but then nice and interesting structure there. We began to see dollar, gaining more strength, or in this case, Japanese yen weakening against the dollar. So I would like to see a break above this level, which is 145.062 level. Once price breaks above this level, because this is fantastic momentum for me, new highs, new higher lows, new high, new higher lows. So if price is able to take out the last high, then we're good to go to the next key level of 146.58 level. All right, so that's to take out the last high, and then after that, we will look to find the next level on USD JPY. Okay, traders, that's a whole lot to take in for the week. You can watch it again, match it up with your strategy. Don't forget to plan your trades around risk management principles, okay? Because that's all that really matters. The psychology around the trade, the risk management around those trades, okay? I want to wish you all the best and a profitable week ahead. I'll see you again next week. Don't forget to refer this video to friends who may be struggling understanding how to trade the market. Okay, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching for this week. Have a great week ahead. Bye bye.